Next up on the list is Watto, and he isn't entirely useless. Is he slow? Yes, but if you jump, he does kind of like flap his wings, so he's faster, which is cool, but he's not entirely useless like the past 9 characters, which all they can do is jump and not fight at all. But he can, with his gun, he can disable droids, which is kind of useful, at least in the first half, but if you're not using the invincibility extra, you're kind of just cannon fodder, really. Well, the end of cannon fodder. So, not really. But still, just use R2. He's invincible to droids, so that's literally a replacement for Watto. Next up is Bib Fortuna, and we are now moving on to the characters who can actually defend themselves. I wouldn't say it goes for every single character next, because there are still some characters, but yeah, he can at least punch, which is better than just being able to jump, so he can kind of defend himself, but then again, most enemies in the game have guns or axes that can take you out in like 2 hits, so he's still useless, but also kind of useless. Not useless, but yeah, he's the majority useless. Yeah. Lobot is our last character who only fights using his fists. There is another character who the only thing he can do is fight, but that is not the reason why he's above the other 2. And plus, the guy next is cooler. But anyway, this is about Lobot, not the next mysterious guy. But yeah, there's not really much to say, except I think he's like a Cloud City bodyguard. I don't really know much about the Lobot lore, but yeah. Whenever I was younger, I could have sworn that he was a bounty hunter, and then whenever on Twitter, whenever the Skywalker Saga icons came out, and I saw that he was in the neutral category, I was like, what? I thought he was a bounty hunter, but no, apparently not. He's just your average Joe, I guess, so nothing important about him. Our final character who all he has is fighting is the Gamorrean Guard, and the reason why I put him above is because A, he's the Gamorrean Guard, what's not to love about him, and B, he wields an axe, which I know I said last part that his weapon is not the reason why he's up this high, but I mean, come on, it is an axe, but yeah. Anyway, as a kid, I even loved the Gamorrean Guards for some reason, and whenever they just jam out whenever you put the jukebox on, I always found that hilarious, but yeah, and also today, my love for him grew even more. Whenever I figured out that whenever you get into one of the cannons, he starts swinging his axe around just loosely, and it kind of made me smile. Starting off on what I call the shooty boys, we have Gary the generic Genosian. Yeah, that, why not? But yeah. He's kind of like Watto in a way, where he can, he walks super slow, but whenever you press the jump button, he starts gliding around. But, yeah, he also has a gun, which sets him aside from Watto. And I wish they gave him his green gun variant instead of his red gun variant, because there are 2 variants in both the levels that you fight, that you see them in. So, yeah, the green gun shoots a better blast, which is like a green ball, but if you played the game, you probably know that. But yeah, the good thing about Gary, is that you can, in the Geonosius factory level, you can just bypass the conveyor belt altogether. It's just ineffective to you, which is kind of useful, but not useful enough to be put higher on the list. Second member of the Shooty Boys is the Super Battle Droid, and honestly, I gotta say, he had such a glow up and then such a glow down. In this game, he's more silver for some reason, and he just shoots things at a normal rate. But then in the next game, he has like 3 variants, all with different types of abilities. Then in The Force Awakens, he was toned down a bit, but he was still the same, being able to blast gold objects. But then in the Skywalker Saga, they demolished him. He made him the same as the complete saga, except he's not silver. Why is he so silver, though? I guess they just couldn't make him, like, gunmetal gray, I guess? I don't know. We're now starting off the battle droids, starting with, in my opinion, the worst battle droid, the Geonosis battle droid. The reason why I think it's the worst is because I just don't really like the pink color scheme that they went with it. The new versions isn't really that better, but it is better than this. So yeah, just nothing really anything special about it. It's literally just a recolor of the original battle droid, which we will get to later, because like I said, we're covering the battle droids. So yeah. Now going to, in my opinion, the second worst variant of battle droid is the commander variant, which I'm just gotta say that the tan and orange do not really work that well in my opinion. It's the same in the new game, except just nothing really. It's exactly the same. Something that I like about the commander is that he does have the walkie-talkie that he uses in some of the levels, specifically the Darth Maul level and in the Battle of Kashyyyk level. I think that's what it's called. I don't remember. But yeah, other than that, pretty plain, pretty boring, pretty awful looking thing. So moving on. Moving on to the second best battle droid variant and the third worst battle droid variant is just the regular one. I really like the backpack that he has, which I think looks kind of good. I really think it should have gone to the commander, because, it kind of looks like a command thing. Actually, thinking about it now, it might be a way for the commanders to actually connect to the original battle droids. So, yeah. But, yeah. I'm actually going to talk about the glow-ups and glow-downs of the battle droid with this guy, like I did with the super battle droid, except he's kind of just stayed the same in every single game. In the first one, he just shoots. In the second one, he can jump, but he does gain an ability, which I guess is a glow-up. A glow-up is a glow-up, I guess. But then I didn't really get the DLC for The Force Awakens because I'm not able to get it because I play on Xbox. So I don't really know what happens there. But then I feel like he got his biggest glow up in the Skywalker saga, because he's actually able to throw bombs because he's part of the villain class. But yeah, in this game, he can just shoot. He goes pew pew pew. Also, something that kind of annoyed me whenever I was getting footage for this is that he has like a 1 second cooldown, even if you're just standing still. So that's kind of annoying.